In our previous video, we talked about interesting visa schemes for retirees and remote workers that exist in Europe, in countries like Malta, Greece, Portugal, and Spain. In some of them, foreigners are even exempt from paying income taxes. But what if you want to live somewhere farther? Somewhere that gives you the same tax benefits of Spain or Portugal, but is even cheaper. We are talking about Asia, and in this video, you discover the best visa schemes in some of the most desired destinations in the continent. If there is any destination you would like to know more about, please tell us in the comments section. Starting by the Indonesia visa for elderly or retired travelers. While Indonesia is a large country with around 6,000 inhabited islands and more than 270 million residents, when we talk about retiring there, we are almost always talking about Bali. Bali is such a hot destination in all senses, for remote workers, digital nomads, and expatriates looking for a retirement visa, that we made an entire video about it. The low cost of living is by far the biggest advantage of this island, but not the only one, so check our episode about living in Bali. The minimum income required is $1,500 per month, and a rental contract or property purchase above a certain value threshold. The minimum wage required is 55 years. The next is Malaysia's My Second Home MM2H. Before entering into the details of the MM2H visa program from the Malay government, it's essential to remember that Malaysia is a federation, and some regions have their own immigration policies. Some of the rules of the MM2H visa program apply only to West Malaysia and Sabah regions. One of the best benefits of retirement in Malaysia is the tax exemption of foreign income. There is also the added benefit that the residency permit through the MM2H is valid for 5 years, so you don't need to renew it every year, as is often the case with retirement visas in other countries. The minimum income required is around $9,285 per month of passive income, and there are also some requirements for minimum assets, and the minimum wage is 35 years old. The next country is Thailand. However, before we talk about it, I would like to ask a small favor. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. So, the Thailand No Immigrant Away. Thailand competes with Bali in terms of being the most attractive destination in Southeast Asia for expatriates living on a passive income. Like the Indonesian island, Thailand also has a significantly lower cost of living when compared to the US or Western Europe. But differently than Bali, which is just part of a larger country with very different rules, pretty much the entire Thailand territory is quite welcoming to pensioners, remote workers, and digital nomads. The minimum income required is above 6,005 Thailand baht, which is around $2,000 of monthly income, and the minimum wage is 50 years old. Then there is the Philippines Special Resident Retiree Visa, SRRV. The Philippines is a country often on the radar of American expatriates, due to the large share of the population fluent in the English language there. On the top of that, expatriate pensioners that retire in this country will enjoy a very low cost of living, and a program, which is the SRRV, that gives a permanent residence permit to anyone fulfilling all the requirements. The minimum income required, there are many of them in the SRRV, but it's often around $1,500 per month. The minimum wage required is 50 years old. And the last is the United Arab Emirates. One of the most attractive features of the UAE, as I think everyone here imagines, as well as other countries in the region, is the absence of income taxes. There are no income taxes. In fact, until 2018, there were no taxes for individuals at all in the country. And then a VAT of 5% was introduced. For comparison, the same tax in most European countries is above 20%. There are also other pros to living in the United Arab Emirates, like the fantastic connectivity to the whole world via airlines like Emirates and Etihad, so it's very easy to visit home. Some of the biggest negative points are the quite different culture when compared to Western countries. Although the UAE is way more westernized than its neighbors Saudi Arabia and Qatar, there is also the excruciating hot temperatures during summer and the expensive real estate, especially after the enormous influx of Russian investors looking for a safe haven for their money. The wealth requirements to retire in the UAE are to purchase a property or properties for no less than 1 million dirham, have financial savings above 1 million dirham, or an income of at least 20,000 dirham, or 15,000 for Dubai per month. The minimum wage requirement is 55 years old. So, between Bali in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, and the UAE, which country do you prefer? Let us know in the comment section. In our next episode, we'll talk about the best retirement and remote worker visas in Latin America. So subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications by clicking on the bell icon to stay tuned.